the defenders created a wall and then bent it around the wall to the corner. No goalie would have saved that, not even Blake.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. Today, the analysts will be looking on if we have a possible goalkeeper crisis. Should our best goalkeeper not play? What will we do? Who would we put between the sticks? But before we get into that, we notice that you've been watching the videos, and we want you to be a part of the Sports DTM family. So, why don't you click that red button right down there? Click it and come and join the Sports DTM family. If Blake is injured, analysts, or if he doesn't make it to the Gold Cup, who would we put between the sticks? Our options right now are Dwayne Miller, Amal Knight, Jadine White, Dylan Barnes, and Dennis Taylor. Which one of these goalkeepers you think have the safest pair of gloves that we can put between the sticks to stop the likes of the US of A, Mexico, to stop them from scoring should they breach our defenses? Eddie, which one of these goalkeepers would you put between the sticks?
I think we have a serious problem at goalkeeper. Maybe a crisis even, because if Blake is missing, we're scrambling to find a number two, a safe number two where we can counter. It's not a knock on the players that we have, the goalkeepers, but because we have a talented young crop of goalkeepers, but the experience is a problem. That's the thing that is beating them. And I think that Blake being at such a high level, almost world class, there's a big gap between him and the rest of the players. So you're going to see the drop off. And we see the last 3 games what we conceded about 9 goals. And that's not good. So if we in our World Cup qualification, our Gold Cup, we cannot be conceding so many goals. So I think it's a small crisis because we haven't cemented a backup as yet. We play 2 games and we keep switching around the keeper. So Papa don't know the best keeper to be backup. So until we find a suitable goalkeeper, which I don't know who that can be, because we've seen Dylan, we've seen White, we've seen Taylor, and I'm not really convinced. But if I had to pick one, maybe Taylor.
Okay, Taylor, who played in the Serbia match and conceded 1 goal. Jadine White and Dylan Barnes, though, were 8 goals between the two. Do you think we have a goalkeeper crisis? Should Blake not make the team?
So the simplest answer to that is Blake must make the team. 1, 2, nothing to happen to Blake. But knowing that we have to have a backup, and we know how football go, you have to have a backup. I actually see Dylan Barnes being the number 2. Grant you 4 goals score on him. The thing is, strategy play a part in those 4 goals scoring on him. They never have a right formation and stuff like that, and that created mayhem for the team and resulted in a 4-goal lead by him. But if with the right strategy, I don't think he will come under so much pressure. And he's a competent goalkeeper. He made a couple of saves. Without the so much blocking, he made a couple of saves, and I almost think that he'd be an excellent backup keeper for Blake. But one thing for sure, we're not going to Blake, and he will make the team. So let us not. But So waffle line up a replacement just in case, and that's all it is. That's
So do you think if Dylan had played in the place of Dennis Taylor in the Serbia match, it would still be a one all draw?
you see the goal that scored in a Serbia match. The goal was the defenders created a wall and then bent it round the wall to the corner. No goalie would have saved that, not even Blake. And if Blake the gamble towards a ground the wall lesser, it's up and over on the near post side lesser. So it's a type of goal where you can see some goal where it's not a goalie error. It's more defensive and not closing down players, in my opinion.
Okay. Tigat, which of the listed keepers do you think we have a goalkeeper crisis, Tigat?
First of all, I don't think we have a goalkeeper crisis. You understand? I think that's why they're number two, and we have a number one. We have a top of the class goalkeeper, and we have some French keeper. If you look over the years, we never have a proper goalkeeper after Warren Barrett. Then we have Aaron Lance, and then we have some rest of people. It wasn't all that good. You understand? So I don't think we have so much of a crisis. But I think if Blake, say something happened to Blake, I think Barnes is the best person that should between the stick. He has experience and they play for some good clubs. So I don't think we have a crisis. It's just that Blake is just a world class goalkeeper. He's the number one, and he's like number 10. His rating is 10, and the rest of goalkeeper is like 4. The gap is very wide. So I don't think it's a crisis. The gap is just wide between Blake and the rest of goalkeepers.
But I was going to
Okay.
say, if Blake was there, Blake would have stopped that. If Blake was there.
That's always happened. And then we're going to say if another player there, he would have scored that goal. And if that other player was there, he would have stopped that ball. So that always happens. That's the nature of football. People just say, yo, if that player was there, the midfield would look much better. You understand? If that player was there, he would score that goal from that angle, because you remember 2 years ago he scored from that angle. And people are always making these things. But the truth of the matter is, it's just nature of the game. You understand? And Blake is just cut above the rest, and he's what Blake is doing, that the club that he's playing for now. You understand? They have him there, and he's keeping really good, top class. You know, he's shining. So
Okay, a crisis is described as an intense time of difficulty or danger, right? Do you think that we are underestimating the keepers? I hear Tigat call them fringe keepers. Do you think that we are underestimating the keepers, the possible number twos that we have in the lineup?
Well, thank you for defining what a crisis is. But it's still my answer still remain the same. We have a number two, while the gap between our number one and number two is what it is. I wouldn't necessarily say is 10 versus a 4. I wouldn't necessarily say that. But there's a gap. We have credible replacement. We have credible replacement. Grant you wouldn't want to use them, but we have credible replacement. And Dylan Barnes is one of the credible replacement we have. And if Dylan Barnes is unavailable, we still have a credible replacement in White as well.
So we have two of the analysts saying Dylan Barnes and Eddie saying Taylor. I am not going to break the tie or join the line, so we'll be leaving it at that we don't really have a crisis. We have a good keeper in Dylan Barnes. So there you have it, Sports DTM fans, where Sports DTM analysts came to basically break down that we don't have a crisis, a goalkeeper crisis.
We have a crisis.
We don't have a goalkeeper crisis. We have credible replacements should our top world class keeper, Blake, not make it to the Gold Cup or the World Cup. And they've decided that Dylan Barnes is that replacement. And so we want to know what you think. Do you think Dylan Barnes is a replacement for Blake? Do you think it's Dennis Taylor, J. Dean White, Amal Knight? Just drop your keeper down below in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the Reggae Boyz having a goalkeeper crisis. All right, like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed, and always remember, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell them friend about Sports DTM. Come on down and subscribe so you can have continuous sports news, sports reviews injected in your YouTube feed. Be blessed.